So I've been asked to address Liverpool's season. It's been put to me that we fell off. Address why Liverpool have fell off. We have fell off. We did fall off this season. Can't deny that. We nearly won everything the season before. You cannot deny that we fell off. It's a big effort what we done the season before, and you have to consider it took a lot out of us. But we didn't think it'd take it out of us to the extent we drop out of the top four and in January time be lurking around mid-table. So it's not an excuse. It's just happened. It's brought forward the midfield refresh. Because you look at our squad on paper at the start of the season, you thought, they don't need much. They don't need anything really, apart from Ox and Cater a bit injury prone. So the backup midfielders, which we knew. The midfield refresh probably did need to happen. But you didn't expect it to be like this. So it's hindsight. We're doing it this summer. You expect us to be okay? We've got a great manager in Klopp. Full faith in Klopp. Basis of the squad's very good. The attack refresh is done. And we've even ended up, Gakpo's been a bonus. He's been amazing. Really, really impressed with Gakpo. So it takes pressure off Nunes, who's done okay. 15 goals ain't bad. Like, he needs some credit for what he done. He scored 15 goals, got 4 or 5 assists. His first season, can't speak English, picked up a few injuries. He's gonna be okay, but the pressure's off a bit now because Jota got back fit. People forget he was injured most of the season and couldn't score. Diaz is back fit. They're big misses. We were relying on Salah and then players to adapt. And Firmino had a good season, but he gets injured a lot. So in terms of that, I think we'll be okay, to be honest. The attack's fine. Midfield, we're sorted out. And the defence is fine. It will need the rebuild next. But at the minute, it's fine as long as players can stay fit. And the form needs to pick up. They had an off-season in form. Weren't expecting it to happen, but it has. But you don't expect it to happen 2 seasons running, not under Klopp. So you just have faith we'll be all right. Fully expect us next season to be right up there again. At least back in the top 4, at least. But definitely pushing in the cups. And hopefully try and push for the league if we can start well. Thankfully, we'll be able to rotate a bit more. Europa League group stage, also take a bit of stress off the squad. Allow players to adapt and find form. While other teams will be in the Champions League now, so they won't be able to rotate as much like they could this season in the Europa League, in Arsenal and United's case, or in Newcastle's case, not have Europe at all. Chelsea and Tottenham won't have Europe, okay, fair enough, but our squad's with theirs. We've got the experience of playing 3 times a week. That's not an issue. The issue has just been legs in midfield, which it seems we've addressed. People questioned it when we won the league, then come third. I was saying it's just the injuries in defence. It was. This is just, we need to address the legs in midfield, and we had a lot of injuries. We still weren't too far off it. We were looking a disaster at one point, but if you break it down, we didn't concede a lot more than United. We scored a lot, up there in terms of goals scored and clean sheets. Home form, yet weren't great, but have come 5th. So the signs are they're probably going to be a good team. It's quite scary. And when you look at what we've done to some teams, a 9-0 in there, 7-0, 6-1, 7-1 away in the Champions League, you think, actually, they're probably not going to be as bad as they were, and they came 5th. They ended up coming 5th. It was looking like it could have been like Chelsea, let's not forget. They tailed off to 12th. We gave it a go and come 5th. Finished the season strong, in good form. So that's always a good sign as well. Went into next season a bit optimistic again. Didn't just tail out. We didn't let it just tail out, showing a bit of character. Salah's amazing. So I think we'll be okay. I do think we'll be okay. We looked tired. As soon as the season began, we looked good in the Community Shield, and at Fulham just looked leggy straight away. It was odd. Then we thought the World Cup break would do us a favour, and we came back, scraped a couple wins. But then Van Dijk was out, and it was a disaster. People giving Van Dijk grief, but let's not forget, when he was out, we had that disaster at Brighton, Wolves, and then he come back. We kept 5 clean sheets in a row. Van Dijk he's still probably the best centre-back in the world. He just makes more mistakes than he used to, but you look at other centre-backs and the mistakes they make and how they play, he's still up there. Konate is very good, just got, again, a few too many injuries. So we done that, kept them 5 clean sheets in a row, hit a bit of form, but we were just always playing catch up then, so it was like we couldn't drop points. So every odd drop point was just a problem, and then we still lost a couple of games away that you'd say we should have won, like Bournemouth, drew at Palace earlier in the season, the Forest game. There was a couple more, so you can see the problems, but they're very fixable. Our record in the big games was okay, and the basis is very good. Yeah, we'll be all right. It's no excuse for this season, but also faith going forward. You have to. Klopp said he needs to turn us from doubters to believers. You need to carry on believing, and believing in Klopp as well, believing that he can fix the obvious problems like he has before, because he's a world-class manager. So you have to just carry on believing. Just one bad season. It's one bad season till it isn't at the minute. Have we ever had 2 bad seasons in a row under Klopp? No. Every time we've had one, we've come again strong. We've only had one once, and we ended up 3rd. This one, we've ended up 5th. It's not great, but other teams, it's been a good season for them recently. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Up the Reds.